Good morning. Welcome to your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Starting off cold but mostly sunny out there this morning. We'll see another quiet day as we go throughout the day and as well as for tomorrow before we see some more active weather and even some colder weather moving in towards the end of the week. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have high pressure dominating the weather over the local region, and we have a weak disturbance with a surface low well to the south of the area, causing some showers and thunderstorms well south of us. We will see some clouds increase as that disturbance starts to move to the east, but well south of us, and not expecting any active weather from that, just some cloud cover. We do have a cold front off to the west, as well as a low pressure system developing over the Colorado region, and we'll see that start to come together as we get later in the week, and that will be the cause of some more active weather as well as some windy and colder weather as we get to the end of the week. But starting off this morning, as of 8 a.m. this morning, we have just a few clouds off the coast at 2,500 feet and a few clouds to the south at 25,000 feet. Winds are out of the northwest at 8 knots, temperatures at 30 degrees, relative humidity is at 72%. Looking at a current visible satellite, we could see those high clouds off to the south associated with that disturbance moving that I just mentioned. Otherwise, has some mid clouds off to the west. We'll see those start to move into the area as we get later in the day today, but mainly clear or mostly sunny over much of the region this morning with some cold temperatures as well. Take a look at the European model, see how things play out the next couple of days. Zoomed out as things will be quiet over the next couple of days, and then we'll see some active weather coming together. So we have high pressure over the area at the moment. That will continue to dominate the weather as we go throughout today and into the day tomorrow. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, we'll see that high pressure slowly start to recede to the east. We'll see a surface trough setting up over the southeast part of the country, and then we could see coming together this cold front that will be moving across the country well off to the west. That surface trough will develop into a weak area low pressure as it comes up the coast. That will bring us a chance of some rain showers as we get into the day on Thursday, becoming likely by the time we get into late morning. And we'll also see some breezy conditions to becoming windy conditions, some fairly strong winds as this low pressure tracks over the area late Thursday and into Friday morning. Looking right now at seeing maybe some gusts up to 35 to 40 knots, possibly even up to 45 knots for a brief period through the overnight hours. And then that low pressure will track to the northeast, and then the front behind it will track into our area, bringing that colder air with some rain showers likely along the front. Very slight chance of seeing a few flurries, mainly north of the Wallops area on the back side of this, but nothing significant as this pushes through. Just some very cold air, the coldest we've seen so far this season, and some blustery conditions with the winds remaining breezy to windy at times. So if we take a look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we are green across the board today, starting off mostly sunny. Mainly just have a few high clouds and mid-level clouds in the area as we get later in the day today and through the evening hours, and we'll see those start to thin out as we go through the overnight hours. Expecting a high today just reaching up around 42 degrees with just a light breeze out of the north-northwest, maybe a few gusts up to 16 knots, but fairly light at 6 to 11 knots. And that will continue through the overnight hours. We'll see temperatures drop to around 28 degrees for our Wednesday morning, with the winds weakening a bit, becoming more northerly, around 4 to 9 knots for the early morning hours tomorrow. Tides are running normal at the moment. If we look at the next couple of days, Wednesday, another similar day, partly cloudy and seasonable, slightly warmer than today with a high around 45, but green across the board for weather risk. As we go into Wednesday evening, we'll see clouds start to increase ahead of that next disturbance moving into the area, becoming overcast as we get later in the evening and into Thursday morning. And we'll have a very slight chance of a few light sprinkles showing up, but likely be too dry in the low levels to see that making it to the surface. But otherwise, a low of 37, and that will be early in the evening before we see temperatures gradually rise through the overnight and early morning hours as we see some warmer air moving into the area. Thursday will be cloudy with rain showers likely by late morning, early afternoon. We'll have a slight chance of a thunderstorm late, as we do see a little bit of instability showing up in the atmosphere. But otherwise, we'll start off slightly breezy, and then we'll see winds increasing as we get later in the day, becoming breezy. And then as we get kind of past this time frame and into the Thursday evening hours, we'll see winds really cranking up a bit. So we do have that red risk for seeing precip for Thursday, yellow risk for lightning, and then we have an orange risk for those winds that are above 25 knots and a yellow risk for reduced sealants and visibilities. But otherwise, expecting a mild day with a high around 56. Well, that will wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.